everybody, and welcome to the Sunday Party episode 25 of Blunders and Bothwellians, the Wounded Witch edition. This is a Bothwell LARP group of people who met at the Bothwell School of Witchcraft LARP event in the UK, and we have decided to start playing D&D because it is fun. And most of it is homebrewed. As you can probably tell, most of it is improvised. We're here for the fun, the characters and the story, not the chasing up on the rules and the whatnots and wherefores and why have yous. So, we last left off with a group of Sunday champion people doing their thing. Well, they completely managed to cause some chaos, shall we say, at Bothwell's School of Wizardry. They managed to get Mollyar, the most powerful student in the school, out with her love interest as well. Bakirat's the head boy who is now on their side. However, they have turned the headmaster against them, who did not want Mollyar to leave. And so they now are running back to Rog with their potential vessel to go and see if she can become the vessel for Urfel, the goddess who's going to decide the fate of the world, supposedly. However, Needles decided that he wants to still be the champion and the vessel, despite it not working on him before, and so he demanded that Mollyar fight him. After a little bit of resistance and a little bit of frustration, she did, and unfortunately he was slain. The body of Needles lying next to the campfire, they light as they head off into their slumber. We are now going to join them as they awaken in the morning. So, jumping in nice and slowly. Here we goes. Hello, everybody.
Oh, she's back.
Hello.
Hello.
So we are going to start off with flamey things. Oh, do you have a shield now? Is this your logo?
Apparently.
Well, it can be now. Would you like to announce that you have the most important news we have for all our thousands of listeners is that finally the Sunday Party have chosen a name for their band. And what is the name of your band, wonderful Sunday people?
Adventuring Associates.
The Adventuring Associates. Well, personally, I love it. I think it's very matter of fact and it suits you all down to the ground.
Isn't that the symbol of the Foot Clan from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Let me quickly research that.
That'd be really cool if you just invented it off the top of your head and it turned out to be that.
It's not entirely, but I can understand why you feel it looks like it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
This is what Wikipedia says the Foot Clan is.
Yeah.
So
it's close, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's right.
I will just pop a picture of it up on the screen for everybody on the internet to see now. Meanwhile, I will say to you guys that Adventuring Associates. So you guys, I am going to start with you waking up the next morning. Needles was slain and laying next to you as you set up the campfire. Ariel, you were up a tree with Onyx, I believe. Who would like to have taken watch that night, if anyone?
Well, I'm safe. I'm sleeping.
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. You've tucked yourselves out of the way. You can by all means just sleep through if you would like.
Just to warn me if anything dangerous happens.
Mm-hmm.
Rosie,
I can't hear you.
check your watch.
Okie dokie.
Bum bum bum.
So, if nobody is staying watch, then I will just jump straight to the next morning.
Yeah, seems like a good idea.
Let's go to the next morning.
So that means that if we don't take watch, we're safer than when we take watch.
Well, maybe.
We're all dead. You wake up, you've all been murdered in your sleep. Campaign over.
The end. You did really well to get this far, guys. Never mind.
Okay. Should we have what?
Well, it's rather too late now, isn't it? when you wake up, can everybody please do me a perception check?
Oh dear.
All your clothes are missing.
Not again.
Belgrad's used to that.
But hang on, Arissa's not here.
Well, she's here.
Taken all of the clothing.
Ah, that's why.
Okay, my perception is... Oh, shit. 9 total.
9 total.
I did real well.
You did real well. You really did.
Truly, we are the most observant of adventurers.
So not only are our clothes stolen, we also don't notice it.
They don't see over there. There's a monster behind you. No, I'm not going to start singing the Critical Role theme. No, not going to be that person.
It is so fitting, though.
I know.
I'm just going to
So
say it's a little dodgy to be singing about a monster behind us if we are all naked. That is just
Hey, what if the monster...
not what I want to be hearing.
Yeah, that monster's just gonna look at you guys and go, nope, fuck that. Thieves.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Nope, 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 nope. That is a whole can of nope.
Nope. All the nope.
Nope.
Well, we wouldn't know. Where's that one NPC thing?
That one NPC. You mean Will?
That was the name.
You mean Will the head boy? Will the head boy is ridiculously...
Will the head boy who, thanks to the fact that he's not here this week, I'm relevant again.
You're perfectly relevant, Belgrath. You always have been. The power was inside you all along.
Oh yeah, here's this guy who can do all the same stuff you can do, but better, and he's a high level.
He doesn't do
But
it.
he's not on our side.
Shall I just go and make the tea?
Yes, you could boil that.
I can do that much.
You could
He
still make
doesn't do
this a
it
fire.
better. He just does it with more sarcasm.
And
Oh,
of a
what?
higher level.
I can still feel that sourness that duped you in gold.
What?
What?
The fact is that he fucking made you buy shit off of him.
I mean, that is only a part of it, I'll be honest. That not denying that is a part of it. That he took more than half my gold for one spell, but the fact that him being another fire mage of high level, basically rendering me pointless being there,
Hey,
is just, that was
You
amazing.
did
That was-
lots of damage. Don't you be so harsh on yourself. No. I want to be miserable, so damn it I shall be.
I am British. Let me be miserable.
Okay, that's fine.
Enjoy.
So, yes, he's busy ironically doing his own D&D things today. So, for now...
Oh, he's cheating on us?
Oh,
I know!
yeah, basically.
It's terrible.
What a bitch.
So, for now, I will have to be a curate. I wonder if I can be posh and smarmy enough and do it like this.
Yes.
Yes. Is the answer, yes.
Oh,
Oh, someone... They've put up a little meme of a child sulking. Hashtag Belgarath.
Hey,
So-
hey, Ghost of Needles. Ghost of Needles. Hey, hey, guess what? You're dead. Fuck you.
Boys. So, Cass, Ariel. Ariel, you don't really notice anything's different as you're sort of clambering out of the tree and stretching your wings and things. But Cass and Belgarath, you guys do notice that Needle's body is not where you left it.
Oh, okay. That's okay, a thing.
He must have
ooh,
wandered off.
ooh. Okay.
Do you think he got better?
He was fairly dead.
I feel
Right.
fine.
Oh, but by the way, Rosie, have I taken Needle's soul?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking. Okay, he's very dead.
All right, so dead.
Did he dead? Dead.
Right,
The
fair
only
enough.
question is he undead or was he taken by? How about we look at some tracks around?
Seems sensible.
Okay. We try to find out what body. Is anyone good at tracking? Because I have terrible knowledge.
Tracking is investigation or
Yeah.
perception?
Unless Rosie says it's survival.
Alright, it will be survival.
Oh, okay.
It would be survival.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay, so I'm trying to find out. Okay. So, survival. So that's not too bad. That's a 17 on part.
Okay. You do find some tracks. There's a sort of scuffle mark. It seems like Needles got up or was picked up, but then there's shuffling footsteps moving away.
Is there extra footsteps or just Needles?
Just Needles that you can see.
Yay! Someone animated him.
Would you like to follow them, gang?
Yeah, obviously. We need to check out our corpse.
Rosie, I'm still making coffee because I have no clue what's going on.
This is very true.
Did you not see us look around and talk about it?
Nope. I was told I did not see anything.
Everything seems normal to Errol, unless, I'll say, if you shout about it or call to people like, oh, I found tracks, then you'll probably hear that.
Yeah, I think we would announce that. Oh, look! Needles was animated by someone who walked away.
In which case, at that point, Errol, you would hear that.
I'd do a double take. Wait, what? And I'll just tag along.
Yeah. Well, these tracks clearly show that some sort of necromancer or animated Needles' corpse moved it. Obviously, that's the only explanation there could be. So let's follow these tracks.
Cool.
Yeah,
you
of course,
guys-
there are some.
You guys follow the tracks. You all get up, potentially leaving Enna and Arissa to guard the fire, seeing as they cannot be here today because they're doing festive things. God damn festive things. So they will probably just stay and guard the stuff. It's a very important job, Belgraph, guarding the stuff.
It is a very important job guarding the stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't want it to disappear.
Exactly. So they're going to guard the stuff very well. You guys follow tracks?
I thought you didn't have season 3 anymore.
No, but I've still heard it. Listen to
Yeah,
Elven
fair.
Quest, everybody listening. Listen to Elven Quest. It is hilarious and fun.
To what?
It's called Elven Quest. We will talk about this in a minute. So,
God damn.
no tangents today, no tangents. Probably quite a few, actually. So, you guys follow the tracks, and they lead you off through some bushes and round past some trees into a sort of another clearing. You guys were you'd found some bushes and rocks, sort of like a covered section away from the road, and this bit leads into a very small patch of like dense trees with not many leaves on them. And you see, I'm just going to confirm in Memento. Okay, you guys see what looks like Needles standing next to somebody. He is a lot paler than you last remember him, and he is not breathing. He is just stood
How can we tell? Hey.
because he's a massive. When he breathes, his shoulders go.
Okay.
So Needles is stood next to someone, a lady. Would you like to describe yourself?
Oh.
Oh.
That fucking laugh, dude.
I'll do one better than that.
Oh, picture time. Describe yourself to the many thousands of audience members listening as well.
I will do.
Yeah, you have to describe it.
So that's going to be.
We're
nice.
LARPers, we're thespians. We like to describe ourselves in great detail.
Basically, a female elf in chain armor. She has both a cloak and a shield on her back. Her hair is currently a bluish white.
Okay.
And she is stood holding out a hand in front of Needles. Just,
Right. So, who are you, random corpser?
I swear to God, I thought you said random corpse fucker.
I was not jumping to that many assumptions. Not yet. Corpse thief.
She'll look away from Needles for a second at Kess, raise an eyebrow. Out of anyone in your party, you should know better than else.
Oh.
And she will reveal a symbol that hangs around her neck, and it has a very, very familiar look to Kess, because it is
Okay.
it's a symbol of Urfel. Urfel.
Urfel.
Urfel.
Sorry, my
that's
cold's...
That's Urfel's
Urfel.
retarded cousin, Urfel.
I was just gonna say a Welsh person saying it, but okay.
Well, that changes everything then. Yeah, sorry for my suspicion, but I just have to check. We can't have everyone raising that here.
She gives a very, very cold chuckle to that. And goes, I'm simply repurposing companion here for better uses. And she pats him on the shoulder and sends him off, and he just lumbers off into the forest. And she'll turn and look directly at your party and go, it seems that the mission that you've been given is some super...
Oh, I think you cut off because I didn't hear the last bit.
Yeah, I missed the last bit of that.
Sorry. So she sends Needles off into the forest, saying that she... that I'm repurposing this body for another mission, and turning to face you all and goes, your party itself needs at least a degree of supervision. I can't have you failing.
Oh. Oh wait, we don't need babies. We are offering. That's a different story.
And you caught some of that, Kiss.
We don't need babysitting, but if you're offering help, that's a different story.
She looks over her shoulder at the departing Needles, and then looks back at you and go, yet you allowed one of your strongest warriors to be felled.
I mean,
in internal fighting.
Isn't he stronger now? I mean, as an undead?
And you feel that you could have him directly into the next town you need to go.
Yes, if you allow me to control it.
He's got a bigger purpose now. I'll accompany you to make sure that this mission is a success.
Right.
Bad juju, bad juju.
Okay, yes, I think it's a good idea to combine our resources to make sure that the mission is successful.
Oh no. And so we return to redneck enemies. First redneck vampires, now redneck demon goddesses. Yes, I think that is what you are destined for.
Has the other champion actually come with this group, or is she still back at the campsite?
She will probably still be back at the campsite, probably asleep.
So the elf's gonna look back towards the campsite and go, I guess I should meet the vessel that you have selected for Urfel. Shall I?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Lead the way.
Bitch.
By the way, should we know your name before?
Probably not a bad idea.
My name is Indathiel. Indathiel Kevadrax.
And he
I
will
just dropped
spell
it.
that.
That will be easy to remember.
Feel free to try and give her a nickname.
Yeah.
Indy!
Candy.
Andy.
Candy.
Oh yeah, that works.
I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll let you look. Nope.
I'd like to see what happens when Cass says that to her.
No, we are not using. Are we using indie?
You can pick whichever you want. With that last name, it must be a Kevin, though.
Okay, I think I can remember the Theo. Right, let's go this way, back to the camp. Fellow follower of Ilfel.
She follows.
Ma'am? Ma'am? I tap her on the shoulder repeatedly. Ma'am?
She turns and looks at you.
If I'm only a little creature. What would be the little name I could call you?
I've seen littler creatures with you with great ones. I believe you can still call me Indathiel like anyone else.
Okay then.
Okay.
Okay, so you walk back to the camp. Where you see Arissa and Enna, who are making breakfast. If there was a Varric amongst you, he would be very excited, but there isn't. Molia is also there, but she is currently asleep. She is asleep, and so is the head boy. He's sort of like lying against a tree.
Wait. Why is the head boy with us?
He ran with you because when you escaped the school, he had to make a decision whether he stayed or whether he helped you guys to escape, and he chose that, which meant
This is bad. We don't want the head boy because they will want him back. This is not good.
As opposed to their prize student who they refused to let go.
Well, she's not head girl, so they need the head boy.
He was stripped of his head boy badge as soon as they left the school.
Okay, that's fine then.
So he's asleep, his head sort of lolling on a rock. They're both still in their sort of school robes. And Molly are sort of like sprawled
So
over
prestigious.
his lap.
I would like to pick up a handful of small stones
Oh no.
and then just like sit close by and just start gently tossing them to try and hit him in various places, just to start trying to wake him up.
Okay, can you do me a dexterity check, please?
Certainly.
Is that waking up the head boy?
I mean, waking up isn't the important bit. The important bit is that I'm throwing stones at him.
Fair.
Okay, I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Well,
Basically,
So
you
that-
yourself.
Well, no, that would be a natural one. A 3 will be I either miss him completely or accidentally take his nose off.
You pick up what you think is a couple of small stones, and you start to throw them, and you bend down to pick another one up, and as you flick your wrist to throw it, you realise that actually it was a sort of the edge of a larger rock that you've pulled out of the ground, and instead you flick, very haphazardly, a small rock the size of your fist towards his face. And it lands. I'm going to do... Oh. It only does 8 points of damage, so...
That's
8 points of damage? What the hell is this rock made of?
Adamantine.
I'll roll over laughing.
bad life decisions. That's what it's made of.
My god, I have discovered the most powerful weapon in the entire world. The adamantine rock of maiming.
And it disappears.
For you see!
That's with a strength of like -20, right?
So this, of course, wakes up the head boy. What the fuck? Oi, what? Ow! Jeez, God! What the fuck was that for?
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh, is it? Oh, what on earth was that? Are we... Ow!
It
We have
seems
guests.
like-
Get up.
It seems like we have a winner for our weekly idiot of the group competition.
I'm looking innocently up at the sky.
I vote for Bakurats.
Idiotheel's just looking at the lot of you with the slightest of frowns.
At all
Oh,
of this...
hello.
Hello, Miss.
all
Are you
the
wanting
time.
a cuddle?
At
Hey,
all
Miss
of-
is wanting a cuddle.
Oh, I know who's having cuddles. Oh, that means soon we shall be hearing growling coming down the microphone.
Probably, yeah.
We shall all brace for that. Hello, Troy. Are you having cuddles too?
We will act like it's in the thill,
Yes.
growling.
All of this kerfuffle does wake up Molia, who thankfully was not struck by the rock. She sort of stretches and yawns and sits up out of his lap. Oh, good morning. But Kirats, what happened to
So?
your face? And she like wipes a huge bit of like blood off his nose. It's like
Can I just...
he's got like a scab forming on his lip, like where you just smacked him in the face with a rock.
Can I just respond to her like, he was always that ugly?
He was like that when we found
It's clearly an improvement. He got a nose job.
Molia it'll be Molia's turn to frown now, and she'll just like continue to wipe the blood off his face. Ah, ow, careful. Ow, ow, ow.
Snicker.
And then she will look around. Oh, hello. Who are you? This will be to you, Indy, the new person. Your name is Indy now, or Indiana.
She'll approach slowly and,
Yeah, and a bone.
Hey, Miss, can you read off the laptop?
and study her and go, my name's of little of importance at the moment, but if you need it, it is Idiotheel.
India Phil. I see. Do I know you?
No, but I know of you.
Oh.
Intriguing. Do go on.
Stalker alert.
I am plenty used to those.
Well, I believe you're our new champion as of last night's battle.
Oh, yes. And she'll sort of clock your Earthel symbol as well. Oh, I see. Yes, I have decided this would be a much better vocation with my time than simply studying that which I am already rather proficient at. Yeah, rub it in, says the head boy behind her.
Excellent. At least someone in this group has some drive.
And what brings you to this group? We have just started shaking off some people who would quite like me back in school, so you'll forgive me for being inquisitive that night a stranger turns up in our midst.
Shake off, is that what we're calling it?
Well,
As you've already lost one of your escorts, I'm filling that position myself. Can't have you caught by... And she'll look pointedly at the others. A town that's been slightly upset by some incompetence.
Incompetence on what?
Yes. She's talking about UCAS.
Yeah,
Clearly
directly
not.
and only.
No, I'm pretty sure that she's talking about the two of
Your best solution for battling the headmistress was to throw a sack over her head.
Okay, she's talking about Belgarath. It's Belgarath's fault.
I'm sorry, did that sack not work?
the first time.
I believe you've left a very powerful enemy behind you.
Hey, I only need to worry about that if I go back, and I'm not allowed to go back, so that doesn't sound like my problem.
And what
Yeah, but-
makes you think that they won't come here?
They don't want anything to do
Time
with
is
us.
short. No,
Well,
they need
but-
nothing with you, but they need everything with her.
Okay, the headmistress herself won't have the time, but she might send other people after us. That's the problem.
Then I suggest that, how is it the humans say it? We make tracks?
Oh, right, we should be using magic. Hide our tracks, right?
I think he meant to say, "Hey ho, let's go."
Oh, yes. Okay. That's good. That's good. This is cold.
My God, she's so elegant.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, there's a new ship now.
Well, you guys have made a new friend before breakfast. So you guys will have some time for food. And in Elvish, Indy is saying this is the best that can be mustered for FL.
I'm shouting back in Elfish. Oi!
And Belgarath is replying in Elvish, apparently so.
And then I'll be saying in Draconic, and doesn't that say a lot about your god?
What do you mean, Belgarath? What the hell are you talking in your stupid language?
It's your fucking native language.
You mean Draconic, the language of dragons, you nonce?
No, the Elvish. So Cass couldn't understand the Elvish. She could understand only the Draconic. And she was assuming that you were talking bad things about Irfel in Elvish. Because she could hear the Elvish, but couldn't understand it.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I said apparently so in Elvish, and then I said and doesn't that say a lot about your god in Draconic?
So the bad
Yes.
mouth thing was in Draconic.
Yes, which she understands, and she is annoyed that you were badmouthed her god in Elvish, which she didn't understand, and she's just assuming that you were saying bad things about her pal. So she doesn't actually know what you said in Elvish. Has no idea.
I'll reply in Elvish to her question, going, "It's none of your concern."
Fucking Vixie! I can't understand what you're saying.
In that case, I'll translate it to Sylvan as well. You know what? Just for Christ's sakes, I'll say it in Primordial as well.
All of you squishling squids and go and die. Ah.
Because Thievescon isn't really a language I can say it in, right?
Yeah, Thievescant is more of a code and writing, I would say.
Yeah, so that's more when it's useful for thieves.
Belgraph's just busting out the languages now in Elvish, in Undercommon, in Draconic, in Sylvan.
I'll reply in Sylvan to him saying, yeah, she sure does.
Okay, it's not like I care what the hell you are about anyway.
Really? Because it sounds like you do.
Well, you clearly have it wrong, man. Just as wrong as you had that rock there.
And as wrong as you were
Okay.
with the whole situation with, like, getting needles killed. That's in common.
Errol, you want to start playing the brass bottle? Oh, playing with it. Yes, you can. I was like, the brass bottle? That's not an instrument.
What I want to do is I want to investigate the brass bottle that I stole, like, back in the capital, I think.
Yes.
Oh, which was it?
I don't know. It was in this room, and then I took it. Like where you took the mirror.
Yeah.
I want to investigate what it is.
Okay. You'll probably have to do an Arcana check then.
Oh shit. Does a 0 help me anyway?
No.
How would a 0 help?
I don't know. I rolled a 1 and I got a -1, so.
Oh, you rolled a natural 1, so you must believe something really stupid.
Not necessarily. Rosie just said it didn't help me, so I have no clue what it is, except a brass bottle. I must stuff it away in my pouch of holding.
Okay. Could you all please do me another perception check?
Certainly. Okay, I got a 16 on that one.
7, making...
18 for Interthea.
Okay. In which case, you only notice when he steps out of the cover towards you that you see a familiar face walking out, looking slightly entertained and slightly confused. You guys see Cypher.
Oh, ew.
Oh.
Well, it
Hi,
seems like
Cypher.
you had a very entertaining morning.
Yeah, you could put it that way.
So you picked up a new person?
Well, 3 apparently, as we last us.
3.
Well, you were not at school, were you? So there were 3 of them.
Well, I knew about those 2 already. Just
How did you know about them?
Oh, I have my ways.
I want to insight... well, insight check's not going to work. Damn it. And those ways would be? I pull out song and dance said that.
He's just gonna smile at you and then jump to another thing he's gonna say is, so what's your plans for the morning then?
To go back.
No,
Yeah.
we're not going back.
No, we're heading back to Trevis.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
It's the smartest thing you've said so far.
Yeah, Cass doesn't really say smart things often.
No, this was the obvious thing to do! What else?
Well, shall we? With that,
Yeah.
I take a seat on Onyx and I give Onyx the spurs to start moving.
Alright. So, for all of you guys, it's going to take you a couple of weeks to make the journey, including crossing by sea, to go over back to Rog, the capital of Trevis. So, is there anything you can note down if you want to do any skills and proficiencies, that kind of thing? We can note down and organise at the end of the session as well. But is there anything you guys wanted to do or talk about in particular while you were travelling?
Not necessarily. Well, besides
No, I'm
I
alright.
send you. Ooh, yes. I want to do that thing that I sent you.
That is absolutely fine.
Indithiel will sit really close to the champion, or the new champion.
Okay. But never quite as close as the head boy.
I guess Cass would be interested in talking to Indithiel and ask her about how the year fell and that sort of thing.
Well, you've got a few weeks, so she might actually start it halfway.
What sort of things would you like to know, Cass?
Like, so is she a follower of Ilfhel, or priestess of Ilfhel, or?
So she's a cleric of Erfel.
Oh, she's a cleric. And how did she come in contact with Erfel? Because Erfel was a dead god until, well, it's still a dead.
The answer you get to that was she was not fallen when I served her.
Oh, so she's very old. Oh. How old is she?
It's not nice to ask a lady her age.
It's okay, Cass. Very.
You'll still only get a raised eyebrow at that question.
Is Indithiel alive? I'm asking that from the DM.
Is she alive?
Yeah,
Yes.
important.
Guess
Yeah.
elves can get several tens of thousands years old if they live
Yeah,
to old age.
But she wouldn't know unless you tell her in game.
Oh, Cass. Was there anything else you wanted to know from her during your weeks of travel? Because now is the time to get your questions in.
Yeah.
The time to do it.
Yes. So Cass would like to know what kind of god Erfel was before she was killed.
Good question,
And-
one actually.
and how she was killed, and that stuff. The whole story.
DM?
Cass wants the whole story.
Save me.
How much of the whole story do you want, Cass, and how much are you willing to give?
Oh, Cass wants everything.
Cass wants
She
your
can-
whole life story. So how much are you willing to tell her?
She'd probably tell the more important points in relation to the religion. A
Okay.
little less on the personal life story.
Okay. That's
Oh
fine.
no! She's just asking about Erfel, not your personal life. Don't take it personally.
So So you're mostly interested in how she came upon Earthel, that kind of thing.
No. So she wants to know what kind of god Earthel was and what happened to her, like how she died. History,
so
because
even less personal, just the general.
Yeah.
You're not even
it's all about Earthel.
You're a means to an end. You're not even interesting to Kat anymore.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, in which case, I will probably dictate the parts of the story that you would know, and then you can jump in with anything extra you would like to add. And then at the end, we'll say, and that's what she said. So the story of the fall of Earthel, as she knows it, is that around 5 years ago, there was an uprising. There was distrust amongst most of the humans. They didn't like magic users, they didn't like creatures, they didn't like half-breeds. They started trying to shut their borders, they started trying to wage wars, and things weren't looking very good. People were in Travis quite restless. It was quite a violent, full country. It was full to the brim of travellers and refugees seeking somewhere to be. And within all of that, an army was formed to fight back, a sort of resistance, if you will. And they wanted equality for all, and they wanted the humans to be shown that magic users and creatures aren't all these terrible things that they seem to be imagining, and that harmony could work and everyone could work together and equally. The biggest deity who seemed to be behind all of this, that most people rallied to, was Earthel, who had a great deal to say on the subject of equality and wanting to equal the world. And everyone rallied behind this, and her banner was high. She had many supporters. This was when the war in Travis broke out. The humans turned out to not be one of the main problems, because as part of the people trying to build up a resistance, a breakthrough was made into the Underrealm, which released a shit ton of great nasties into the world, which only encouraged the humans to believe that they were right all along. And so Travis was overrun, most of the population wiped out. A lot of elves came from Risha to help, but unfortunately a lot of them were wiped out too. And there's rumours that only one survivor still exists somewhere in the Council of May on the island in Risha. And you would have fought in Earthel's army, in any description you would care to add to your backstory. And for several years of this war, been engaged against the humans who were fighting, believing you all to be complete evil, and also against the horrific creatures that were trying to take over and destroy Travis. After several years, they were all beaten back. However, Earthel was blamed for all of this because she was the deity people were rallying around, and her punishment was to be forgotten entirely. So she was sentenced to the worst fate a deity can be sentenced to, which is to be forgotten. And she was broken into two pieces. Her power and her essence, who she is and everything about her, and essentially her vessel, her body. They were split in two. Her body was supposedly destroyed and taken away, and her power was left aimlessly to drift in the universe, never quite managing to make contact with the world of Mercer ever again. And so her followers stopped following her. They stopped believing. They couldn't hear her anymore. When they prayed, they got no answers. She didn't help them with anything. They couldn't feel her presence anymore. So naturally, over the months and years, they just started to drift away. Very sadly for her, of course, but some of her true followers, as they're known, still remain. And occasionally there'll be people who still hear her words through her Sajalin, which is her assistant and second in command, essentially. And you are one of these people remaining who believe in the word of Earthel and want to have her restored so that you can try again to equal the world properly and have everybody be equal, as opposed to there be hate or walls put up. God, this is sounding like America today.
Oh wait, So in Bothwell, can you remember Erfel or can you not remember?
I was there when the war happened, so I remember her at her full power.
But she was cursed to be forgotten.
Mm.
And yet you have met followers of her throughout the world. There's quite a few of us that did not forget. There's quite a few of us that refuse to forget.
So you haven't forgotten at all, or have forgotten some part, or you?
I have my reasons for not forgetting. And
So
I
wait.
have my reasons for wanting her back.
Yeah, obviously. But can you use your clerical powers if she is not currently god?
I'll actually have to revert to the DM on that.
You managed to use your powers through the sheer belief and the knowledge that she does exist. And that in itself is sort of channeling you, plus your connection to Sir Jalen, her second in command, and the fact that she isn't really gone, her power is still there. It's just very hard to tap into. So, you are able, and you can do it, but it takes, it's a great strength of will and belief that does it. So you're not just a cleric, you're a cleric, motherfucker!
She'll sort of look at Kess and raise an eyebrow and go, "Do you doubt I would have been able to raise your friend Needles without her?"
Sorry. Sorry, that was funny.
On that note, I shall pause and start the second recording.